Calling all Michiganders, are you looking for a summer road trip spot? Fill up those gas tanks because we got you. Join us as we travel to cultural destinations, parks, campgrounds, and recreational areas in the state that are available to library card holders with the Michigan Activity Pass.
Immerse yourself in the past with the Michigan History Museum. The museum guides you through time, beginning with the last ice age all the way through the late 20th century. With model forests.
Now, a lot of people know that on ranches, owners will brand their cattle so they can identify their cattle. Well, way back in the 1800s, when the loggers were cutting down trees, the easiest way for them to get them to be processed was to throw them in a river. But if they're throwing their logs into the river with everybody else's logs, how do you know which ones was yours? Well, enter the log marks. They had axes that on the other side had symbols. Each company had a different symbol, and they would use them to make notches in the bottom of their logs, and that way, when they all got down to the sawmill, they could pull them out and know which company's log marks there were.
Storefronts.
So here we are talking about the Prohibition era when alcohol was illegal, and you can come up here and try to get into a speakeasy.
Good. Thought you might be the law. Got the word the feds are keeping a close eye to the boats running the river. You might even raid this place tonight. So trying to get everyone out. See you around.
Okay, guess we're not getting into the speakeasy. There's going to be a raid.
Homes. Union halls. Schoolhouses
with real furniture taken out of school in Lenawee County. And if you come up here, off the bat, you can grab an old school textbook and pretend that you're living back in the 1880s and the 1890s in rural Michigan. We can also practice some of these tongue twisters. See if you got what it takes to say those.
And more.
My absolute favorite object in this entire museum is so tiny you can barely see it. It's in this case in the auto show. And it's this little plaque right here that has a little Michigan flag. And then above it, encased in acrylic or resin, are some rocks from the moon. And when the first moon landing happened, they took a flag for every state up to the moon. And when they came back, they gave the flag and some moon rocks to every state. And Michigan's one of the only states at this point that knows where our rocks are. And they are on permanent display.
You can really step right into each setting to learn more about how people have lived in our state through the years.
The Michigan History Museum, our job is to share the stories of people from Michigan, from all over the state. And we do that through our exhibits, we do that through programs and special events. We see about 45,000 school kids every year. And one of the biggest things that we try to do is make people excited and curious about what happened. Because the best way to know why things are happening the way they are now is to know what happened before. And hopefully we can all make better choices for our future.
With the Michigan Activity Pass, you can get $2 off regular adult admission and a 10% discount at the on-site store. Find out more at miactivitypass.org and use your ELPL card number to get your free Michigan Activity Pass.